Welcome back, everybody. Comics Crypt coming at you. And do I have a video for you? This is going to be a long one. It's been several weeks since I posted a video, but in the meantime, I had gotten, we get these local penny saver coupons, or not coupons, newspapers that come out, I think, once a month. Hold on, my camera's doing weird stuff. And my wife picks them up, and I'll peruse them, see what's in there. Every now and then you find comic books and toys and other stuff like that in there. And there was an ad in there that had for sale comic books, cards, sports cards, toys. All right, gave him a call, and this gentleman answered the phone and said, "Saw your ad in the penny saver and interested in coming up and see what you got," and said, and asked him what he had. And he was telling me, he said him and his brother back in, what did he say, 80 or 82 opened up a store. And anyways, it had comics and cards, and basically it was a newsstand, and then it transitioned into comics and a lot of sports cards and other collectible stuff like that. His younger brother, who he was in business with, was like 2 or 3 years younger than he was. I guess he had like Down syndrome or something like that. So, but he loved comics and sports cards. So they decided to open up this store. Like I said, I believe he said it was 80 or 82 they opened the store up. And they ran it until, when did he say his brother passed away? Mid-90s. I'm thinking he said 94, 95. But after his brother passed away, he basically shuttered it and packed everything up and had them in 2 spare rooms in his house. Just boxes. I mean, there are some older, comic long boxes, or just like banana fruit boxes and sports cards, and he had some. I mean, he got some Mego stuff. It's just a plethora of stuff, and I was overwhelmed. And he's, what is he? He's 72 or 73 now, and he wants to get rid of everything, and he's looking at moving down south. He said he's looking at moving to Florida or Georgia, something like that. But long story short, he didn't know what he had, and I just didn't even know where to begin. So basically, he said, pick a box. So I grabbed the closest long box to me and opened it up. Now, I'd say half was bagged and board, and the other half was loose, and there was some coverless stuff in there. Like I said, there was a whole bunch of just random stuff. And I started going through, and he says, what would you give me for the box? I told him, I said, normally a blind buy like this without going through and looking at them, I said, maybe $50 for the box. He said, okay. He said, $50 for the box. He said, you take it, go through it, and if you like what you see, like what you get, come back. He said, if you want to buy it all, or if you want to buy boxes, he says, I'm going to be offering this to whoever else, So I grabbed the box and finally got through it here a couple days ago. And there's some nice stuff in there. There's some real nice stuff in there. Told him I had a couple of name of guys who were sports cards collectors, and that's another thing. He was really hoping to get collectors before he sold out to a dealer or something like that. And he doesn't have eBay or anything like that. So he didn't want to do that. So, all right, I've been talking long enough, but let's get into this. And you'll see. Like I said, I don't think it was a bad buy for $50. But you just never know what you're going to get. So now they're all bagged and boarded now. Everything that was loose is bagged and boarded, and I got to get more bags and boards because there's stuff that needs to be rebagged and boarded. I just don't have bags and boards, but we'll see. It's like I said, I'm just floored with the amount of stuff he has there, and like I said, 82 sticks in my mind. I think he said they opened in 82, and it was 94, 95, shortly after his brother passed away, that he just shuttered it and brought everything back. And he was never really that much into it, but his brother was. And like I said, his brother had Down syndrome, and well, he was basically the only one that took care of his brother. He said, his parents back then really didn't want much to do with his brother, and he basically raised his brother. Anyways, like I said, enough talking. Let's get into this here. Now, I did separate them by companies. I kind of put them in like groups of like Titans and stuff like that, but they're not in alphabetical order. But here we got Titans 7, New Teen Titans 17, 21, and a lot of these are like, you got creases. I mean, I would say they're probably very good to find. There are some in here that are very fine, near mint, but I say the majority of it's in the very good fine. Here's New Teen Titans 21, 23, and there's no rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason. You'll jump. There'll be big gaps. And they just, when they box it, they just grab stuff, start putting in boxes. Tales of the Teen Titans 51. Tales of the Teen Titans 54. Two of those. Like this one here has some staining here. 57. And nothing that I came across, there's a few that had price stickers on, had any prices on it. And of course, back then they really didn't. He said everything he charged was, cover price. He did have some, silver, which he says there are silver in there. Who knows where they're at? And of course, if you pick a box of silver, I'm definitely going to offer him a lot more than $50 for it. But I'm just floored. I'm still floored with it. Tales of Teen Titans 58. Like I said here, Super Friends 43. Like I said, this one's really beat up, so I would call this one probably a good. But then here, I mean, this one's actually really nice shape. It's got some pressable defects, but still, I'd probably say this is a fine. Question number 1, DC Comics presents 41 with Superman and Joker. Atari Force number 1. Then here's an older Teen Titans 45. There's a Flash 325. And and then here we jump into when was this? 90? Yeah, it looks like April 90. Adventures of Superman 465. I think this is the first appearance of Hank Crenshaw, who became the cyborg Superman, I believe. Got Blue Beetle number 6. World's Finest 264. Vigilante 7. Origin issue. Joker. I hope I can find the full run. I need to dig mine out and see what I'm missing. But here's a nice Joker number 9. Superman 310. I think this is Metallo. Another Metallo, a new Metallo. I'm not sure. Legion of Superheroes 294. This is just a cool Darkseid cover. Here's Swamp Thing 51 for Alan Moore. I don't know if this has anything to do with the Justice League Dark. This is the issue after. Then here you got an older Wonder Woman 233. Who's Who. And this one here, there's a bunch of other Who's Who's, but I didn't put those in here. But this has Dolphin, which is Dave Stevens, I believe, did the picture on that. Yep. Dave Stevens. There's his initials. So that's cool. And I didn't do anything with the coverless book. There's a bunch of coverless books in there. All said in total, the box had right around 340, something like 340 books or something like that in there. Like I said, you can get a lot more in them when they're not bagged and boarded, and most of them weren't. Peacemaker 3, 4, I could not come across 1 or 2 yet. Whitman, DC Comics Presents, I don't know which number this is, but it's a Whitman variant. Legends number 6. I don't think this is the, I can't think of her name. I don't think that's her first appearance. I had this book when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved it. Of course, you know, I totally wrecked it reading it, because I think I read that thing probably 1,000,000 times, but I always loved this book, and to come across it again in really decent shape is awesome. And here we got a 20-cent Our Fighting Forces, The Losers. And we have 20-cent, yeah, this is 143. This is Unexpected 153. Black Magic number 5. Black Magic number 7. And Alien Forces, early Todd McFarlane art. He had 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s. I did not come across a number 3 in this one. This will finish up the DC, and the Independents are in here, and then the rest of it's going to be Marvel. We got Action 500. And we have Brave and the Bold 200. Let's see, 2 of these. One's a newsstand and one's a direct. Batman 302. See, like I said, these are older ones that need to be rebagged and boarded. 305. 346. Always loved this cover. Always loved this cover. Batman 399. We had some detective $1 books. There's 492, 491, Detective 477. Said I'm gonna jump to 647. And then here we got Anniversary Detective 526. And then we're into the Independents. We got Modern Comics, Monster Hunters number 1, which is the reprint of the Charlton, I believe. But it's still cool. Atlas, Morlock 2001, number 1. H&R Puffin stuff. I already have this book somewhere, but I think this is actually might be in better shape. I remember watching this show. Found an Elvira, which is just a beautiful cover. I'm hoping he has more of these. I would love to put this run together. I think this run ran around 200 books, and I maybe have 50 of the books so far. I don't come across these too often, but when I do, I try and snatch them up. There we got All New $6 Million Man, number 9. And see here's a Monster Hunter from Charlton, number 6. Then we got Weird Suspense, featuring a Tarantula, number 1 from Atlas. Then we got Charlton Fighting 5, 42, 43, and I think 44 is the big one with, was it Peacemaker? And 45. Then here we got Now Comics, Siphons. I never heard of this one, but it's a beautiful painted cover. I don't know who did this one, but Siphons, first collector's issues, recommended for mature readers. There's a Whitman, Walt Disney Uncle Scrooge, and a Speed Racer. So like I said, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. And I'm probably going to end up having to break this video up into 2 parts, because I'm already at 14 minutes, and I know when this thing gets around 30 minutes, it doesn't want to load up right. All right. And then we got Prince Neighbor Submariner of the 4-issue limit series, number 4. 2 copies of that. Then we got the Saga of the Submariner, number 6 of the 12-issue miniseries. And number 9, there's 2 copies of those. You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't look to see how bad the glare is. That's my bad. Doesn't look too bad. Here's an Iron Fist, number 4, but it's a Pence. So that was cool. Jungle Action featuring the Black Panther, number 10. I mean, this is definitely very good. A lot of these books, this was one of the big ones I found. A lot of these books will probably end up going up in my stand. Some of these ones, like this one here, I'll probably end up keeping. It does got a few spine ticks on it, but still, it's a nice, solid book. I don't know if it's demanding the money it was back, you know, a year ago, but Defenders 84, the first time Submariner and Black Cat fight, or not Black Cat, listen to me, Black Panther. I wish this one was in better shape, but hey, I think I have a better copy of this anyways. Invaders 20, I believe this is the first appearance of the new Union Jack. Howard the Duck Annual number 1. Machine Man number 1. This one's actually in pretty nice shape. I would call it definitely very fine. Possibly near mint. There's a little blending there, but yeah, that's not bad. Power Pachyderms number 1. See here, now this, I gotta put my glasses on. We go from book from 78 up to 89. So like I said, they're all over the place. Wally Wizard Star Comics number 3. That's 85. So this was right when they dropped the Star then and went just circle with Marvel. I don't know why they did that. Because Star let it know that it was kids, but they did. Sledgehammer number 2, which I'm thinking this thing only ran 2 issues. Might have ran 3. I do have issue 1, but I don't know if I have issue 2, and it's a newsstand, so that's cool. John Carter 18, I believe this is, I want to say Frank Miller, but I don't think that's right. There's somebody, it's their first work in this book. If you guys know, I can't think of it off the top of my head, leave a comment. It was nice to find, but it's beat up. Masters of the Universe number 1 from Star Comics. It's definitely got a lot of issues. Big old color breaking crease right through there. I have a lot better copies, so this one I'll probably throw like $1 or $2 on up my stand. I'll make somebody happy. Godzilla King of the Monsters number 14. This is a run I want to try and put together. I want to say this ran 20 some issues. And we're there, 23. So it might have ran maybe 30. It's always nice to find Adventures in the Fear of Morbius, number 25. This is another nice one to find. It's definitely in rough shape, you know. But Strange Tales featuring Brother Voodoo, 171. Moon Knight number 2. Not bad. Definitely got a lot of issues down through here. Like I said, most of these ones here that are in the new bags and boards were just, they weren't bagged and boarded at all. Chamber of Chills number 7. So this is another thing. I'm hoping to find a lot of bronze horror. Silver Surfer. This is the Stan Lee. Is it Kirby, or I forget who Stan Lee collaborated with this. Quasar 37. Let's see here. Here's 92. Captain Marvel 48. I said this one's definitely in rough shape. So this will probably throw like $1 one up on my stand. Warlock number 9. And Warlock number 11. This one's in real rough shape. Nova number 8. And I try to do like themes, like when I put them in like galactic space type stuff, and if I didn't have a whole lot of them. Nova number 20. Like I said, these things are in bad shape. That's another run I'm trying to complete, and these would be nice placeholders till I find better copies. 21, when I find better copies, I'll throw them at my stand for $1 or $2. Here's a nice 20-cent Thor, number 217. Thor 349. There is something about this book. I don't know if it, as big as it was, something to do with Odin. Shogun, which I have this whole run, but they're, like I said, these are definitely a very good, possibly good. Shogun number 2, 5, 16. This one's actually not bad shape. And I'll have to look at my books to see if any of these are an upgrade. Did come across some Spider-Mans. Got Amazing Spider-Man, the AIM promotion, Green Goblin. It's actually a pretty nice shape. Then Adventures into Reading, Amazing Spider-Man number 1. Then we got Amazing Spider-Man 177, nice Green Goblin. And we got 207, 208, 211, no 212, which is the first Hydra Man. I remember when that was big with that one Spider-Man movie, and it really bombed. The book, I didn't think the movie was too bad. Amazing Spider-Man 220, Moon Knight, it's definitely got some issues. And then, like I said, we jump up to 312. Nice newsstand McFarlane. What year was that? 86, 96, 88 looks like. Spectacular Spider-Man 96, 95, 122, Web of Spider-Man 2, 15. I believe that's Chance's first appearance. Actually, not in too bad shape. Not that I don't think the Chance is really anything. Web of Spider-Man 22. That's on the bag. 31, Kraven's Last Hunt, Part 1. Couple spine ticks. There's some Spider-Woman. Another run I'm trying to complete. 8, 28, 30. This was fun. There were a couple other ones. But they had big pieces missing out of them. A couple of them were coverless. But Fun and Game magazines, number 3. I was happy to find some of these. I would love to put this whole run together. Even bad shape, these things go for some monies. But there's 25, and I think this is, there was something about this book because of this Spider-Man. 25, 42 with the Kingpin, 44, 51, here you got Cap America in there, and 52 with the Mole Man. Alright, we're at 24 minutes. Grab another small, and we'll finish it up, and I'm definitely going to do another video. This thing won't load up. What If 43, which is a badass Conan cover. Unfortunately, someone decided to do some coloring. Here's a What The, number 14. And this is what, 91? Yep. Marvel Fanfare, 38. Marvel 201, 52. First appearance of Crossfire. You got Marvel premiere Black Panther. I think this starts the Black Panther versus the KKK storyline. Marvel Spotlight. Star-Lord number 7. Marvel Super Action starring Captain America #1. Said it's got folds and dirty and big crease here, but Marvel Team Up featuring Spider-Man and Warlock. This has some of the first appearances of a couple of the Infinity Gems in it, if I remember correctly. Spider-Man Team Up 68 with Man-Thing. Spider-Man Team Up, or Marvel Team Up, I should say, 74 with the Saturday Night Live crew. In not bad shape either. Then Marvel Team Up 79 with Red Sonja. I think this is where... Is this the one where it's actually Mary Jane is Red Sonja? I don't remember. This was a nice one to find. And not only did I find one, I found two. But it's definitely got some issues. Couple creases here, a little fold here. It could definitely be good for cleaning a press. This one here is in a little bit worse shape, unfortunately, for a newsstand. It's got a lot of issues, like something must have got spilled on it or something at one time. But hey, that's still cool. Marvel Team Up 107. Marvel Team Up 121. Marvel Team Up 131. I think this is the first appearance of the White Rabbit. All right, we're going to end it there. I'm just over 26 minutes. And I'll get another video out probably tomorrow. Hopefully I can get the rest of them in. But yeah, I'm definitely going to give this guy a call. And go back and maybe buy a couple more boxes if he still has some. Hopefully no one went and bought them all out. But it'd be nice. I'd like to find a box with some silver in it. But we'll see, and see how he wants to do it, because so far I'm happy with this box. So, leave a comment below what you guys think so far of this box, and like I said, I'll get another video up probably tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.